Hi everyone, good morning. You're at a meeting of the Manhattan Transition Committee. We're a committee of the Manhattan Developmental Disabilities Council focusing on transition from high school into adult services for youth with intellectual and developmental disabilities living in Manhattan. Today at this event, we're going to be hearing from a variety of organizations that provide programs and services for adults with disabilities. Some of those services include day habilitation programs, supported employment services, career training programs, and others. We have a lot of different organizations presenting today and a short window of time for each organization. So we'll be sticking very closely to the schedule you see on your screen right now. That's also going to be available in the chat for reference. Following today's meeting, a recording of the meeting is going to be available on the Manhattan DD Council YouTube channel. And you can type your email address in the chat and we'll add you to our committee's email list. So that way you'll get notifications about future meetings. And also throughout the month of April, we're going to be promoting a series of more in-depth presentations led by some of the presenters from today, where you can hear more. So without further ado, our first presenter is ADAPT Community Network.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. My name is Kate Gottlieb, and I am the Project Connect coordinator at ADAPT Community Network. So ADAPT is a 75-plus-year-old agency. We serve people of all abilities. We used to be known as UCP of New York City, and now we are ADAPT Community Network. Project Connect is the city's information and referral hotline for all 5 boroughs. We refer internally, but we also assist with anybody, everybody trying to find services throughout the city, and also helping people get enrolled in OPWDD. So if you ever have any questions, please contact me at Project Connect 877-827-2666 or email projectconnect@adaptcommunitynetwork.org. So I'll just go over some of the services that we have for adults. We do serve all ages at ADAPT, but we have very specific adult programs as well. Here's just a few that I will touch on from our TechWorks, trade, day hab, supported employment, and residential services. So I'll start with the family support services, which is actually where Project Connect sits. So we have family reimbursement funding. We do have funding for all 5 boroughs. Family reimbursement has changed a lot, as some of you may or may not know, since the beginning of July of last year. And we are working closely with the local DDROs to make sure that everybody can get family reimbursement money when you have a loved one living at home. One of the big differences this year is that we are doing reimbursement for camp in all boroughs this year. Then we also have a unique program at our agency. It's called the Housing Assistance Services. This is a program for people who are eligible for OPWDD. So if the person is not enrolled yet, that's okay. We can work with you. And our HAS program, Housing Assistance Services, we will help people with finding low income, affordable, and accessible housing. We can help you with doing rent arrears, pest control problems. If you're having landlord-tenant issues, we work with you like a little mini case management service to help you meet your needs in housing assistance. Another unique program that we have that is available to the public and for those enrolled in OPWDD, we have 2 grant lines, and it's our Doorways to Independence, or our Home Modifications Unit. So we have one grant that is for people who are enrolled in OPWDD, and the rest is for the general community. So if you need any type of home mods, like a ramp, a stair lift, or bathroom modifications, you give us a call. We see if we can help you out. Then in family support, we also have our community habilitation. This is one-on-one working with you or your loved one in their community and in their home. It's very person-centered, and it's based on their needs completely. So if they want to learn how to navigate the subway or learn money management, maybe they want to learn cooking, we'll help you do that. Then a big one, a lot of people transitioning out of schools, are our day programs. We have a lot of day programs. We're very, very invested in making sure our day programs are person-centered, and our day programs are also accessible. So if you or your loved one are a wheelchair user, we do have accessible programs. A lot of our programs are still running hybrid. And some are in person, some are hybrid, it's a mix. It just depends on the location of the program. So you can see some of the activities here that we participate in. And then here's just a few of the locations that we have. And it is in the 4 boroughs, 5 sort of, because we're working with another agency that provides support in Queens. Then we have a number of different residential opportunities, which is your ICFs, which is people who need a lot more support in nursing care. We have our supervised independent residential alternative, which is called an IRA. That's 24-hour support as well. And then we also have supportive IRAs, which are for those individuals who are a little bit more independent. I don't have a slide here, but we also have the housing subsidy program, used to be known as ISS. And then wanted to let you know that we have Article 28 clinics and Article 16 clinics in Brooklyn and the Bronx. And that is only though for 18 and up. We don't serve children, we serve 18 and up. So if your adult child is transitioning out of pediatric care, you can come to one of our clinics and we can support you. And then finally, I want to just highlight our TechWorks and Trade program. It's a very unique program. Again, we're the only one in the city that has that. We are the regional TechWorks Trade program for the city. So what that means is that we can provide loaner devices for assistive technology. If you needed some type of adaptive equipment, we can do demonstrations. We can make sure that there's referrals. Sometimes we even have ramps that are available. We also have a program for individuals who maybe need a temporary wheelchair or some other temporary device. And this is, again, not for just OPWDD, this is for the general community as well. So that's just our TechWorks in Brooklyn. You could see some of the items that we have. That's our biggest program where you can see everything, but we do have locations everywhere. And I got through this very quickly. So that's Project Connect. Again, just email me. You can also look on our website, and there is also an intake page on our website. So thank you, everybody, and hope to talk to you soon.
Thanks so much. Our next presenter is going to be AHRC New York City.
Hi, everybody. My name is Marina Darman. I'm one of the program directors in the Manhattan region. And my colleague, Michaela Abrams, and I will give you an overview about AHRC Rehabilitation and Employment and Business Services. Next. So variety, at AHRC, we offer a variety of programs: respite, training, advocacy, residential, recreational, clinical, day programs, employment, etc. We were founded in 1949 and we support around 10,000 people annually. I will start with a presentation about rehabilitation programs that we offer in Manhattan. And based on our experience and feedback we support and their families, we understand that one way to provide service, whether it's a site-based or community-based or remote, is not always the best. And we are now working with them within a frame of offering hybrid service provision where appropriate, and combining site-based and community-based and virtual services for the people, with an intent to create an environment where people can honor their citizenship and create safe community from everyone. And the vignette that you're seeing right now is just the 5 founding things that we're using to, drive people's schedule, drive their community inclusion. We want to make sure that they are experiencing, the belonging within the neighborhoods that they live with, within, that people are respected, that they share ordinary places just with their neighbors, and they can, connect with like-minded individuals, that they contribute back to their communities, either through volunteering or finding work, and that they are, of course, have a choice of the things that they would like to do throughout their day and their week with us. Okay, and here's just some of the experiences that people have, some of the connections that we have with other agencies in Manhattan. This is where we have our volunteer opportunities. This is where we have our internship opportunities, etc. Okay, and then we also offer a variety of sort of recreational experiences throughout the adult day service programs. We do have a large population of artists that we serve, so creative expression is really big. We do have art tech and a studio for visual arts. There's a lot of people who work in comic illustration, music, performing arts. We have AHRC on Broadway. If you haven't heard about that program, that's something that you can check out on YouTube. A lot of people are focusing on health, physical and emotional, mental health. So this is something that we're also focusing on a lot. Continuing education is important in a lot of the people's life that we support. And this is more experiences continued. We want to make sure that people build good relationship, that they have social circles with like-minded individuals in the community, that they are getting supports with the technology use. And we are also offering a lot of services for people who may need a little bit more supports when they're in the program or in the community, such as teach, visual supports, behavior supports, etc. And here's just, an example and pictures of the programs that we have in Manhattan. So, here you see a few snapshots from Fisher Valdez Center, which is located at 280 Lexington and 125th. Again, a lot of the artists in that area, a lot of people who volunteer at Walter. Oh, no, it's okay. Here at Walter and Evelyn Redfield's Day Center, we are offering a lot of, self-expression through music, dance. This is where AHRC and Broadway sort of originated and continues. We are serving of people with visual impairments and people who need more structure in their day. Here's our Betty Pendler New York League at 200 and Derrick Street, very open. This is where our art tech location is as well. And this is our Lower East Side location at 101 Norfolk. We have a lot, connections with volunteer sites in that area. We have cooking classes happening. We are lucky to have a very large kitchen there, a lot of artists as well. So we basically encourage people to connect with their local sites, which will serve as a hub for the hybrid model, either whether it's site-based or community-based. And if you are interested in applying with us, here's the information to email us and send the paperwork to apply.
So we're going to just really quickly talk about employment services.
Yes. So it's basically what it says. We're supported employment in Manhattan, and we provide employment based on the person needs, their interests, and their skills in a variety of different areas through OPWGD and through Access VR. We also have training programs that we provide for youth that are between 16 and 24 in Manhattan. So far, it's a culinary training program. And like our sister program at ADS, we also have Day Hab Without Walls, where those individuals that are in our Day Hab programs, we're supporting them to get ready for work. We have the intake process where we determine the eligibility and the needs that the person has, followed up by our pre-employment, where you can see we have those intensive services, job clubs, career explorations, and we work on interview preparations, resume building, and all that is to get that person ready to go to work. The next steps would be job placement and job development. We have a dedicated and experienced team of marketing executives that scour the city and develop jobs that are very supportive to our individuals in a number of areas. We also do customized job development. Here you'll see the different pathways to employment, including project search, which is for students in their last year of high school, direct placement, which is really just helping them to connect with a job, the PI programs, which is connecting people to city jobs, where they have a 3-month internship to gain those experiences and get started connecting with various departments or human resources in the city. And for people that might need more support or are not sure if they're ready for work, we have ETP, which is an employment training program, and the Pathways to Employment, and they have Without Walls, where we provide like an extended discovery to assess their skills, their strengths. Here we discuss our expertise, which is job coaching. We have various service providers and different partners throughout the city, including city contracts. We are very proud of our Hudson River Services branch. That's our for-profit business that we work on city contracts like the MTA, FDNY, HRA, and you can see that those people that work in those positions are making competitive wages of an average $25 an hour, and it's definitely room to grow and advance. Here are EBS contacts for all our boroughs, and for Manhattan, it's myself, Mikala Abraham, at ahrcnyc.org.
Thanks so much. We're going to move on to the next presenter, which is Center for Family Support.
Hi, everybody. My name is Natasha Salazar, and I have my colleague Ashley Faris on the line too. And we're just here to discuss our Family Support Services program. She's going to review the first service that we provide.
Yes. Hi, good morning, everybody. So our first service that we provide is family reimbursement. Family reimbursement is a program that is a grant that enhances a family's ability to provide in-home care to their family members with an intellectual or developmental disability. So in order to apply for family reimbursement, you have to start by filling out our family reimbursement application, which you can find on our website, which is centerforfamilysupport.org. Once the application is complete, you can send it to the following email, which is evoto@cfsny.org. Some changes to family reimbursement this year is the amount that you can apply for. So you can receive up to $3,000 this year. All receipts should be dated after July 1st, 2022. We do have funding available for Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island residents. If you have any questions regarding family reimbursement, you can email me. I'm going to provide my email in the chat. I just want to briefly go over some items that are allowable for family reimbursement this year. So there's some recreational activities such as swim lessons, piano lessons, crafts, dance lessons, some sensory items. Also Respite, we can reimburse camp this year. Clothing as a necessity, or if there are any specific needs related to the intellectual disability. And then I just some items that are not allowable. So some things that are not allowable for reimbursement this year are things such as diapers, furniture, tutoring. We don't cover tax or any type of sales tax, delivery fees, co-pays for doctors. And that's about it. And Natasha, you could go to the slide.
Okay. Our next program that we have current vacancies for is our parent training program. It's an in-home respite service with the purpose to help parents enhance their parenting skills. The service is offered to parents who are developmentally disabled or in a crisis situation. We are accepting referrals for Queens. And the person, the contact person is Girani Amante. I'll definitely put her information in the chat. Like I said, we cover Queens and the Bronx. So anybody who knows of anyone looking for this service, please send their information over to us. And then the last program under our family support program is non-Medicaid service coordination. The program goal is to help families care for their loved ones with a developmental disability at home for as long as desired, support families in obtaining needed programs and services for their family members with ID, DD, ASD. provides a non-MSC to assist with obtaining OPWDD eligibility. So we assist with the eligibility process. If you are already eligible, we would enroll you into our family support services and help you with the referral process for whatever services you're looking for, as well as helping you obtain waiver and Medicaid. Ultimately, the goal is to get you assigned to a CCO. Once you're assigned to the CCO, then you would be disenrolled, and the care manager would then take it from there and help you maintain your benefits and entitlements. This slide covers the eligibility process, and then I am the contact for that, Natasha Salazar. I will also put my information in the chat, and that's it. I think we're good. We stayed on track.
Thank you both.
you,
And nice
everybody.
to catch up.
Yeah, thank you.
Minutes, just want to throw it out there for any questions so far?
Yes, I have a question. My name is Marco. I'm sorry I log in a little, like 25 minutes, so I must have lost about 25 minutes. I haven't. My son just turned 21, and I'm looking to get him involved in the program with he can benefit from day program. My question is, if this is where I'm calling, this is the program, is it available for him, or this is a school?
So what we're discussing today are all adult service options for folks just like you and your son that are looking for the next step after school is finished. And for the portion of this presentation that you missed, everything is going to be posted on YouTube. And on that same YouTube channel, we also have another presentation which really walks you through the eligibility process, that if you're still kind of trying to navigate that part, I know it can be, a challenge for people that haven't done it before. I would encourage you to check that out as well. So we'll be posting that information in the chat here, and also we'll be sending it out as a blast on email after this presentation.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure thing.
I have a question, if I could ask. In terms of the reimbursement for the camp expenses, do the camps need to be in New York City, or can the camps be located outside of New York City?
I can answer that. It has to be a New York State camp. Okay, it can't be
That's
any
what I
other
thought.
state but New York State.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mayor.
I got a question, a private question in the chat asking about what age kind of qualifies for these services. So most kids, with an intellectual disability are able to go to school until they're 21 years old, at which point they age out. Some folks, they're ready to take that step a little bit earlier, maybe when they're 18, 19, 20, but majority of these services are for people that are, adult age, over 18, and most likely 21 or over. We have another question, another hand raised. Laura Fernandez Clifford.
Yes, thank you very much. My apologies. I logged in a little late, and I was under the impression that I would be learning about a DAHAB program for my son, who is now 20, has an intellectual disability and autism spectrum disorder. Is this organization, do they have a DAHAB program?
Yep. So we're going to be hearing, we've heard so far from, I think, three providers, each of which presented about some DAHAB options. And we're going to be hearing, we're trying, today's goal is to give you the range of options across Manhattan. So you're going to be hearing from a number of providers, and they're going to be able to tell you what they offer. And then we're going to be inviting all these providers to give more in-depth presentations in April, where you can hear more specifically about what they have. But today, it's kind of like to give you a little bit of a taste of all of the different options, which includes DAHAB, and also, some other kinds of things as well, if people are looking for.
Okay, so this organization, the organization that is presenting this meeting, what do you guys do exactly? Are you an FI? Are you?
So Andrew and I, we work with the transition committee of the Manhattan Developmental Disabilities Council. So, our job is just to kind of try to help folks like yourself access this information today.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And
Board
if you'd like to get notifications about those future meetings, just drop your email address into the chat box. We'll add you to our email list.
Thanks, everybody, for those questions. I think now we'll move forward with the next presentation. We'll be hearing from Esperanza Center.
Okay, so my name is Claudia Vidal. I am here on behalf of Esperanza Center today, and I'll just do a short presentation. And if anyone has questions, you can ask or type in the chat as I go. So just a bit about us. We are in the Washington Heights area in Manhattan. We've been around for a long time, over 50 years. And we service mostly individuals that reside in Manhattan and in the Bronx. Our why, we're basically, I would say, obsessed with more than just offering support, actually highlighting the things that make our individuals who they are, that, you know, embracing them, embracing their abilities, embracing their gifts. And for that reason, we have always been an agency that have focused a lot on fun and activities and things that's just about just making a safe space for individuals. And of course, we are also offering other things in the meantime. I just want to share this quick quote because I feel like it kind of encapsulates what we represent. And basically, you know, it just means that without leaps of imagination or dreaming, we lose the excitement of possibilities. Dreaming, after all, is a form of planning. And this is by Gloria Steinem. And I think that Esperanza, we're all about that. We dream day and night for a better future for our individuals. And we also allow them to dream, whatever that dream might look for them. I want to share a quick clip here of some of the things that over there. This is a Halloween celebration. And, you know, we really are about, just dancing, music. You walk into our center and I won't be surprised if you just find a loud stereo, all the individuals coming out of the classes, just dancing at 1 o'clock. It's like a ritual they have. And it happens in the residential homes. It's always happening at the day programs, the community programs that we have. And it's really in our DNA. I don't know if it's because we are a sort of Latino oriented community, but it's very like in our roots. We do things like yoga. We have cooking, culinary experiences, art experiences, a lot of gardening, a lot of hands-on experiences, a lot of Broadway shows, community shows. So we're always up to something. And here are some photos that showcase that. And just to kind of give you a quick overview of our program offerings. So we have a huge day of rehabilitation. I think that's our biggest program. We have a capacity of about 150. We are not at capacity right now, so we actually are accepting intakes because after the pandemic, obviously the numbers went down, but we have about a couple openings. I don't know the exact number, maybe something around 20. So we're currently accepting intakes, and the day hub is huge. It has 2 floors, and we have so many staff. You know, there's some individuals, depending on their needs, that have the one-on-one service, whereas there's others that are a bit more independent, and they are sort of like set with a certain group that it's more like in range of the things that they can do. So there's a lot going on. We have an on-site kitchen, so there's a lot of cooking going on, multiple classrooms. And again, there's a lot of outings going on. Even in the winter months, we're always out bowling, doing some type of activity. In addition to that, we have community rehabilitation and respite. Those are big programs as well. The respite is in-home, and we have getaway. And the getaway is basically a weekend respite for the families. And the individuals are able to go to different locations. So they can go stay in New Jersey, and it's overnight. So it tends to be like hotels and fun places. And the family gets to get a break while the individuals are also having fun. And of course, we have nurse on site, and we make sure we have enough staff to ensure that everyone is safe. We also have some cool recreational programs. We have a after-school program for individuals with autism, and this is actually for children. We have also a Saturday program for adults, which also encompasses some of that, like culinary arts and all that sort of like artistic skills. And these are all separate from like day habilitation and everything else. And lastly, we have residential, which right now we are at capacity pretty much, but we have homes in the Bronx area, Manhattan area, and we house about 55 individuals right now. So just to give you a quick overview of the day hab, I know some people are here asking questions about it. So our program runs Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 3:30. We do provide transportation, so the individual will get picked up at home and get dropped off. And as I share, you know, it is really about fostering their abilities. It's about helping them reach greater levels of independence. And it's all about, you know, just getting the best out of them. And as I mentioned, we have gardening, pet visiting, physical activities, basketball, creative arts. I mean, it'll be a whole list of things that we do. We also have them volunteer in our work site. So basically, a lot of them start learning their sort of like job skills on site, and some of them have actually progressed to work for us and gained their actual first employment, which is pretty cool. Community habilitation is, of course, in the community. So that's for families that need the support at home, where staff who is obviously trained can go and help them develop daily living, socialization skills, and communication skills, and so on. And again, the respite, we have the in-home, which is similar to community hab, where, you know, a trained staff is matched to offer in-home supervised assistance to individuals in the comfort of their home. And we have the getaway, which is the most, I would say, the most famous one, because that's the one that they can go out on trips. We also did a new pilot, which is a day away, and that's actual like a day trip. So that's for parents that are not comfortable having their individuals stay you know, away from their home for the whole weekend. So instead they'll go for like a day, like let's say today they'll go, they come back by 5 and they go to like really cool places around New York City and New Jersey. The recreation, again, we have Wednesday recreation, and this is all with transportation. This is from 3:30 to 6:30, and then this is the Saturday program that I was talking about. This one is from 10 to 3, and it's also transportation and lunch included. And I spoke about the getaway program a little bit ahead because it's actually one of our famous ones. But yeah, and the good thing about it is that we accept children as young as 5. So it's great for people, you know, that are ready to take that step now and they don't want to wait till their kids older. But of course, if you feel like they're too young, you don't want to do that overnight, you can always ask us about the day away. And residential, I don't talk much about it because again, we don't really have vacancies, but the individual must be registered on the emergency needs list, and we do have locations in the Bronx and Manhattan area. All homes are supervised, so it's, you know, a program we've been running for a while. Yeah, and other than that, I hope I stuck to my time. If you have any questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Claudia. I appreciate it. I think we're going to move along to the next presenter. Thank you so much from Esperanza Center. Coming up next, we've got FedCap Career Design School.
Hi, everyone. My name is Laura Siegel. I am the Associate Director of the Career Design School here at FedCap, and also the Interim Director of our Vocational Rehabilitation Department. FedCap is FedCap was founded in 1935, so almost 90 years ago, as an agency specifically to help people with disabilities and other barriers to employment to enter or re-enter the workforce. So even now, even though it's grown many times since then, that is still at the core of FedCap's mission, which is to create opportunities for people with barriers to economic well-being, and, you know, to assist people to reach economic self-sufficiency. I am here. So, like I said, we help people early childhood up to seniors with high school, getting training, education, becoming work ready, a job placement, and all aspects of self-sufficiency. And so I am here today to talk specifically about two aspects of what we do, which is the Career Design School, and then also our vocational rehabilitation services. So the Career Design School is a New York State licensed occupational training school that has training programs in several different areas, which again, they assist people to build the skills that they need to enter the workforce with competitive job skills. We have a culinary arts training program. That program is 600 hours. 600 hours with 400 hours of that training is in we have a beautiful kitchen that was built especially for us when we moved into this building about 5 years ago. So 400 hours hands-on training in all aspects of the culinary arts field. And then after the 400 hours in the classroom, students complete 200 hours of an internship with in the community, either in restaurants, in food service, corporate dining, or catering, any depending on what their particular goals are. We have a custodial training program, which is 400 hours, and that is a hands-on training program. It provides training in all aspects really of commercial office cleaning. So, bathrooms and like I said, office cleaning, floor care, stripping and waxing and buffing floors, handling all the machinery, understanding the chemicals. Also, there's customer service and also job safety procedures are all built into that training program. We have security guard training, which we offer the Department of Criminal Justice Services, their mandated security guard courses, which would be an 8-hour pre-assignment course and then a 16-hour training course. And then after students complete those 2 courses, we assist them to obtain their license from New York State. We also offer some additional classes that are relevant to security, including several fire department fire guard exam preparation classes, which again will assist people to become more marketable and competitively employable in the field of security. We provide OSHA classes, which would be the safety and health classes. These would usually be something, OSHA is not a training it's not a career training. You can't get a job just because you have an OSHA card, but it would be an asset to anybody who is either, working either in construction or any kind of general field.
Hello.
And it demonstrates that the person who has been in the class has that they have attended the safety training, that they are up to date with all training requirements. For individuals who are working construction, they're actually required to have 40 hours of safety training. We have also computer courses, including Microsoft Office training, Microsoft Word, Excel, Outlook, and also computer service technician, which is focuses on students learning computer hardware and software and trains people to pass the CompTIA A+ certification, which is the basic certification which somebody would need in order to become like a IT support person. Some pictures of our graduations. Next, I want to talk quickly about our pre-employment transition service program, pre-ETS. This service and also the vocational rehabilitation services are all through Access VR. So these services, in order to participate, individuals would need to be referred to us through Access. Pre-ETS services is pre-employment transition services. So it's intended for youth and young adults starting ages 16 to 22. And it is focused on students in order to assist them with the transition from high school into either further education or the world of work. There's career exploration, self-advocacy, work readiness, and then also there's opportunities to do paid internships as well in someone's in their desired career field. With vocational rehabilitation services, we provide vocational evaluation. And again, all these services would be through referral from Access VR. So we provide situational assessments, which would be hands-on evaluation in custodial or culinary arts, career exploration, also work readiness, which focuses on preparation for the world of work, workplace skills, and also we provide job placement assistance. So with resume preparation and preparing people for interviewing, placement in the community, in competitive employment. We work with job developers, and then they reach out directly to the employers in order to facilitate, people getting interviews and the follow-up. My contact information is here on this slide. I think it's also been included in the chat.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Laura.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm going to move along to our next presenter. It's going to be Gateway Counseling Center.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Mary Tejada. I am the Director of Intake here at Gateway Counseling Center. We are located in the Bronx on 4500 Furman Avenue. We cover Manhattan, the Bronx, and Westchester. So I'll be going through these services that we have covering the Bronx and Manhattan areas. The first service that we have is our group day habilitation program. We have both site-based and without walls services. Our schedule is from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 3:15. We provide meals, whether that's breakfast or lunch and snack throughout the day. And we also provide transportation to and from home. Just to kind of go into it, our site-based program, when I say site-based and without walls, site-based means that most of the services take place indoors, with the exception, of course, of trips throughout the day or throughout the week, and also volunteer opportunities that they may have outside in the community. And of course, if it's nice out, they'll go out into the community as well and take advantage of the nice weather. But usually site-based means it's kind of more like a school setting where activities take place indoors. Without Walls, on the other hand, is a community-based program where all of these set activities that go on in DayHab take place in the community using community resources. And of course, we provide transportation for both of those services. Right now, we are still offering telehealth services. So if families feel more comfortable doing telehealth versus being in person, that's completely okay as well. Just to kind of give an idea of what kind of activities take place during DayHab. It can be everything from adult education, whether that be continuing learning your mathematics, reading, writing, like you were doing in school, learning how to properly interact with adults, or learning about family structures, your emotions, your feelings now that they're going into adulthood after being aged out of school. It can be a little difficult to navigate those feelings. We also try to incorporate, as mentioned, community inclusion, whether that be going out into the community and going out on different trips, whether that be learning, community safety, how to properly read street signs, how to be within the community safely, and also volunteer opportunities. Right now we have Meals on Wheels, and we also have a community garden that our individuals help with. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we did lose a lot of our volunteer opportunities, and we're in the process of trying to get some opportunities again. But I will always make sure to keep everyone up to date as to what those opportunities are. We also try to incorporate, of course, social skills. So we have a basketball team, we have a dance team that actually performed for America's Got Talent, which is very cool. We have a photography group. We also have a gym in our facility. So we try to, especially if one of the goals is to work on nutrition and work on fitness, that can be something they can take advantage of, or even yoga courses that we have people come in to give, and Zumba classes. And of course, as mentioned, field trips. So that's always important to, make friends and kind of socialize with your peers. And of course, activities of daily living, whether that be money handling, that's a big one. We want to make sure that they do feel independent in their adulthood, learning how to handle their money correctly, learning how to advocate for themselves. And then we have a wellness group, learning how to properly take care of yourself as an adult. Our next service is our supplemental group day habilitation program. Our supplemental program, I'm going to describe it. It is similar to a after-school program. It runs from Monday to Friday, 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. and then Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 3:15. We provide meals and transportation for that as well. During the week, we provide dinner and snack, and then during the weekends, it's breakfast, lunch, and snack. And for transportation, even if they're in another day hab program, let's give an example, we can always provide transportation from that day hab program to our supplemental program after. Again, as mentioned, it is like an after school program. So it is meant for recreation, socialization, making friends and just giving them something more to do. So certain activities would be like arts and crafts, whether that be jewelry making or drawing or painting, basic coloring, therapeutic activities like board games, video games. We have a DJ group, so that's something that would be a part of music and movement. So every Friday, we also have dance parties for them with pizza and, just for them to kind of socialize and feel like they have something more to do other than, the usual structured mathematics and reading and writing and volunteering. This is just a little fun for them to do. As mentioned before, in day hab, we also do it for supplemental community inclusion, especially on the weekends since it's a full day. They'll go on their shopping, their community field trips. They'll go shopping if that's something that a group of them wants to do. But usually they'll go to the movies or they'll go bowling. If it's nice out, they'll go to like Legoland or Playland, have picnics in the park, just, keep them out, keep them busy and keep them active. Okay, and then just to mention, for both day hab programs, those are for adults who've already aged out of school. So usually it's common for them to age out of school and then go into a day hab program. And again, as mentioned, they can always attend a day hab program and go to our supplemental or vice versa. Nobody's tied down to any specific agency for all services. The next service is community habilitation. Community habilitation is a one-to-one service that takes place at home or within the community. There is flexibility in the schedule. It all depends on availability, whether that be you prefer a morning schedule throughout the week or a evening schedule after school or even the weekends. It all depends on availability. And for us, our community hab program takes individuals above the age of 12. For this, we do not provide transportation, but we do provide Metro card fare. And as mentioned, it's a one-to-one program. So this is to work on whichever goal it is that you have for your child or your child has for themselves, whether that be learning how to do cooking or domestic skills like doing your laundry or, like cleaning, money management. They need more assistance one-on-one with academics or travel training. This very much helps when your child doesn't do well in group settings and might better benefit from a one-to-one service. Okay, the next is Advanced Family Support. It is a behavior management program. It is short-term, about 3 to 6 months, and it takes place in the home and in the community. A staff member basically comes into the home and does family counseling and education to increase the understanding of a disability, the problem that's at hand, the behaviors that are being displayed, and how to better manage those behaviors. And lastly is our family reimbursement program. It is a OPWD funded program that provides financial assistance to your child or to you. There is a list. They recently actually just changed their requirements and what they exactly cover. But if you reach out to us and try to fill out an application, our program director can kind of go into detail as to what exactly is covered. But for those purchases that you've made for your child, chances are you can be reimbursed for them. Okay. And then just some COVID reopening equipment. We still use our air purifiers. We try to continue incorporating the plastic dividers within our tables. And we still do non-contact temperature measuring. We have kiosks throughout the building. Okay, and what's next? If you're interested in making a referral or just even touring the facility, you definitely can reach out. I can schedule a tour with you. And if you choose to move forward, your care manager can reach out and, place a referral on your behalf. The referral would be reviewed by our committee. And once it's approved, we can schedule an intake, a tour, and a 1-week trial. A 1-week trial is where your child will come in for 1 week. As if he or she is already enrolled, providing transportation, having meals, and participating in all activities. And then after the week, you choose whether or not you want to move forward, or even if you're just trying other day hub programs, it's a way to kind of get them ready for once they age out of school. And this is my contact information. I'll make sure to also put it in the chat. And that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. Coming up next, we've got folks from GHO, General Human Outreach.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Pat Liu, Family Support and Outreach Coordinator from General Human Outreach in the community, in short, GHO. Thank you for sharing your 7 minutes with GHO at this meet and greet event. The following PowerPoints are to introduce the adult service that GHO provides and the support that are available to help you to find a service that fits your need. So before I get into the details of each program, first I would like to share 3 highlights of GHO's adult date services. There are person-centered environment, resourceful and knowledgeable intake team to provide informed choices, bilingual speaking staff available in Chinese, Korean, American Sign Language. So I'm sure these highlights have been observed by other providers, especially realizing how important it is to be able to communicate in your preferred language, to understand your need and desire and become part of your circle of support. Our intake team works close with you, your care manager, family members, schools, and OPWDD to help you to achieve your goal and dream in a near future. So let me start with day hub, site-based day hub. GHO has 2 sites for the Manhattan families, individuals, 2 sites. One is in Long Island City and the other one is in Brooklyn Sunset Park. It provides volunteer opportunities. It has recreational activities, promote independent livings, transportation and lunch provided if needed. Next, Day Hub Without Wall. It's a community-based training, develop job readiness skills. It also has a recreational activity component, and we offer flexible hours. Individual can participate in part-time or full-time base. Next, community-based pre-vocational. Provide in the individual's community. Focus on skill needed for employment. We also have flexible hours for you so you can mix with Day Hub Without Wall or community-based pre-work together. The next one is Pathway to Employment. It's a comprehensive employment planning It's also a comprehensive employment assessment. During the discovery phase, individual will discover their career desires or interests and to have a customized employment and to achieving competitive or self-employment and for employment at or above minimum wage. Next one is ETP, Employment Training Program. It's for job seekers. Participate in a paid internship and leading to a long-term employment. And the last one is Supported Employment Service. It's for job seekers also. Prepare for a competitive work, obtain competitive work, and it involves job coaching and travel training. So this concludes GHO's adult day services. Though they seem similar, each program is carefully designed with some key elements to meet each other's unique needs. So it's very important for you to understand each service well, to make a well-informed choice that you will meet your needs. We all know that everyone's need changes for many different reasons. It can be obtaining new skills, health condition, life arrangements, or even aging. So it's also important for you to know that you can request to change your support program when you need to. So now, let me welcome you to meet our adult day service team. You can meet them in person or virtually. If you are confused or you are having difficulties with finding the right day program or support services, the team will be more than happy to share the extensive knowledge and will explain in further details for you. So to schedule your visit or to inquire what other service GHO provides, such as ComHat, Respite, family reimbursement for goods and service, and even residential, please contact our GHO intake team. The team has bilingual staff in Chinese or Korean, and their name you can see they are not Google. I also want to encourage you to visit GHO's website, which is www.ghoinc.org. So now, if you don't have OPWDD eligibility yet, the intake team can assist you through our family support services. If you need help with navigating the system, including selecting a CCO, applying public benefit entitlements, having a transitioning plan, self-direction, guardianship, or need other immediate short-term support service, GHO's family support non-Medicaid case management service is available for you. So now, being in the field for more than 20 years, my final words for this presentation are this. The journey to pursue one's dream is not always smooth. Sometimes it's like climbing up the hill. Sometimes it's like sliding down the road. And many times it's bumpy and uncomfortable. However, you are not alone. Like other providers today here, we are here to help. I hope GHO can one day be your companion through providing any of its service. It can be short-term or long-term on your journey to achieve your dreams. So if not, we will always be your cheerleaders to advocate for your needs throughout your journey. Thank you for having us. Goodbye.
Thank you. Our next presenter is going to be Goodwill, and that'll bring us to 11:14.
Hi, good morning. My name is Lindsay Stilson. I'm here from Goodwill. So here at Goodwill, Goodwill was founded in Brooklyn over 103 years ago, and our mission is to empower people with disabilities and other barriers to employment by gaining independence through the power of work. Goodwill's philosophy is that everyone has the right to explore independence in employment. Our job is to support people in achieving goals that are both meaningful to them and result in the person living their most independent and fulfilling life. We strive on making sure that all things done are person-centered. So here at Goodwill, we have Day Have Without Walls locations in Harlem, downtown Brooklyn, and 3 offices in Queens. Today, we're going to be speaking about our Harlem possibilities and advanced services. Our Harlem Possibility supports people in increasing social and communication skills and developing their independence. In Harlem, we have an employment track that focuses on teaching job expectations, workplace safety, and prepares people for job interviews while working on soft skills such as professional communication and appropriate workplace behaviors. For our Harlem Possibilities, we do offer transportation, and the program hours are from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We do also have a community job developer that works with our employment track people to customize employment to fit their needs. This is a little bit of a monthly calendar for our Harlem Possibilities. They're out in the community. Every morning they start with a journal, which is kind of just to get them going, get them writing, they'll present it, and then they're out in the community. At Goodwill, we have a CVS partnership that allows participants interested in working to go to a mock CVS store in Manhattan and do 16 weeks of hands-on training. Coming back from COVID, Harlem actually restarted this partnership, and we had 2 people that were hired. And we actually just currently finished in our Brooklyn program and had 4 individuals hired. When they're hired, they'll find a CVS that's closer to their home, and kind of that's where they'll go for their job interview, and hopefully that's where they get hired. The next service I'm going to be speaking about is our advanced service. This is actually not through OPWDD. This is actually funded by the Department of Mental Health. Our employment program is for people who are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder and uses the Mark Gold and Associates Discovery to assess strengths, skills, and support needs. Enrollees participate in weekly work readiness groups, internships, and other vocational activities during job development. This is kind of a timeline of what our advanced program is. The first 1 to 3 months is our discovery, so that would be getting to know the person. Months 4 to 7 is job development. That'd be working with the job developer, customizing employment, and finding somewhere to work. Months 8 to 10 is job coaching, and then 10 to 12 is kind of coaching and transition. This program is time limited, but we will assist you if you want to get OPWDD services. We will help you get that approval. The final service that we have is our respite service. It's a Saturday respite and includes fun recreational activities, movies, picnics, pretty much anything to get them out and about. This does have door-to-door transportation, and it is in person or Zoom. This is a little bit of our enrollment process. We do a tour, and then we do a 10-day trial. It can be 5 days if you want, but we like to do that 2 weeks just so they can have a little bit more experience. And then after that, if they want to come, we will enroll them. Finally, if you have any questions, these are the people you can reach out to. For any day hab, you'd reach out to me, Lindsay. Advance is Jason Ramirez, and then respite would be Joy Ellis. And that is all. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. We're gonna move on now to our next presenter, LifeSpire.
Hi, my name is Ralph Sporandio. I'm the facility director of LifeSpire's Manhattan North facility. Well, LifeSpire has been in the industry for about 70 years. We provide a variety of services from community hab, site-based rehabilitation, respite services. It seems we have a little trouble here with our slideshow. Can you guys see this?
We can't.
Okay, you can't?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're having some difficulty here, some tech difficulties on our end. Well, I will continue because we are time limited here. But as of right now, like I said, we provide community hab, site-based rehabilitation within the 5 boroughs, respite services that are provided within the Manhattan and Bronx borough. The respite services are conducted in Manhattan on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and in the Bronx are conducted on Mondays and Wednesdays. We also have residential services and Article 16 services. Our programs are basically, as most programs here, person-centered. We focus on person's needs. And also when looking at different locations for people to provide support services for, we look at their location to ensure that they have the ability to easily access the services from their home or their residence. As I said before, I run the Manhattan North. I'm the facility director here at the Manhattan North program. We're located in East Harlem at 159 East 125th Street. My program here at LifeSpire is focused on community inclusion, integration of individuals into the greater community. Again, we are goal-based and person-centered, focused mainly on enhancing each individual's abilities. We work on things like life skills, communication skills, socialization skills, and we're very focused also on helping the folks that we provide service and supports to self-advocate and to kind of speak up for themselves and look for the things that are most interesting to them. We are very, very focused on providing activities that enhance the goals and the interests of the individuals. Unfortunately, not able to see some of the activities that we do, but we spend a lot of our time in the community. While we are site-based, the Manhattan North program does focus on getting out and accessing the greater community as much as possible. While we are not without walls, we try to kind of work in that environment where we're out of the facility as much as possible. And again, doing things within the community that enhance each individual's personal skills from socialization to communication. The Manhattan North program also is a comprehensive service center. We do provide supports for individuals who do have challenging needs. We do evaluate those needs on a person-to-person basis, and we'll get back to anybody who is having issues with challenging behaviors to tell them and to talk to them about whether we can provide the supports necessary for them to kind of enhance their life abilities. We are an Article 16 is co-located here at our Manhattan North facility. The Article 16 provides a variety of services from psychological to speech, OT-PT. These services are provided out of this facility as well, so it can be a benefit to the individuals that do get services through the Manhattan North program to also be able to provide them with the extra support of that Article 16 service while here. I'm also going to pass you along to our Manhattan South facility director who is here, and she'll tell you a little bit more about what she does at this program, at her program, which also is co-located here at the Manhattan North facility.
Hi, my name is Jillian Castillo, and I'm the facility director for Manhattan South, located in the same building as Manhattan North. We also provide day habilitation services for adults with intellectual disability, motivate them and encourage them to enhance their independence and integration into the community as well. You know, we assist the people we support with their daily activities on site and also in the community. We work on life skills, also communication, socialization, self-advocacy, and we explore the community, also volunteering in the community. We have a variety of activities indoors and outdoors. Also have volunteer sites that we attend once a week. Communication is always the key with the person who's receiving the services, including with the family members and also the providers, DOE when the person's transitioning from DOE into our day programs, and of course the care manager as well. I wish we would have been able to share the screen so I can give you guys the information to contact us in order, if you have any referrals, any questions, feel free to email us. We'll put it in the group chat since we're not able to share the screen.
We have your contact in the chat already.
Oh, great, perfect. Thank you so much, Andrew. So we look forward to hearing from anyone that's interested in any day programs. Thank you.
Thanks so much. We're going to move on to the next presenter, which is the New York Foundling.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jaleesa Wise, Director of Marketing and Outreach at the Foundling, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity to present to you all our programs and service opportunities and additional opportunities for all of the care managers who may be on this call and additional stakeholders. So thank you, Andrew and Manhattan DD Council, for this opportunity. Here at the Foundling, we believe that all people should have the opportunity to thrive, discover what they are capable of, and efforts to reach their full potential. Through our services and supports, we work with all of you to create transformational change, beginning with our programs suited for those who are transitioning from high school. And if there's any graduates, June graduates on this call, congratulations. This is such an amazing opportunity for you all. Especially since you all are shopping around looking for programs and kind of just ensuring that continuum of care. We currently provide day habilitation services, both with and without walls, that are based in the community and allow participants to connect with businesses, volunteer opportunities, and friends. We have partnerships with Meals on Wheels, Botanical Gardens, and additional providers that allow people we support work on social, volunteer, and work-related activities. We believe that providing them with these meaningful, new and fresh experiences allows them to get to know what they like and dislike and help shape their preferences. So it's not just coming into program and just, sticking to a particular schedule. We allow them to inform our schedule and inform our experiences that we try and scout in the community. In addition to our volunteer opportunities, we offer various activities, including visits to the gym and rec centers. Our current program in Rockland has a rec center there. We do museum tours and also provide educational sessions on yoga, healthy eating, and additional health and wellness challenges. We also have a nutrition team in-house that provides those experiences for them as well. We currently offer our community-based Without Walls programs located in Queens, our Jamaica Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, the Bronx, and Rockland County. And we have a new Without Walls Day program opening up at Edgewater Plaza in Staten Island, if you all familiar. Beautiful, state-of-the-art, brand new day hab program. So we're super excited to bring that to the community out in Staten Island. We currently operate 3 with walls or site-based programs based in Brooklyn and Queens for those who may need additional support in reaching their goals. We offer transportation for all of our programs, and we're currently accepting applications. So if you are, again, an upcoming graduate, we invite you to tour any of our programs, and as well as a trial period for those who reach predetermined pre-eligibility. For young adults who wish to enter the workforce, we provide supports aimed in securing and maintaining paid employment. We provide a pre-voc program and they work closely with a job coach on their path towards employment. Participants undergo a period of discovery and efforts to identify their own interests. They have the ability to volunteer and intern at various work sites throughout this period with the ultimate goal of securing paid employment. They also have the ability to participate in many work-ready workshops. We recently had a discussion, similar with Goodwill and the CVS program. We had a discussion with Walgreens, and we are prepared to enroll people into their 6-week internship program. And of course, this currently is within their own community, so they don't have to travel out. They can work in their community, which is essentially everyone's goal. We also offer supportive employment for those who secure paid employment, and with the opportunity to continue working with a job coach to ensure they remain successful in their career path. We have folks who are working at Shake Shack, which I love their burgers, their local supermarkets. We have them employed in our own offices as well as some hospital settings. For school-age children and young adults, we also offer community habilitation program to continue working on their skills at home, in school, and in the community. And finally, if you're considering long-term planning, and I'm not sure, I think you all lost my presentation, but I hope you all can just hear me. If you are considering long-term planning, we currently have residential opportunities in all 5 boroughs, Rockland, Westchester, and Orange County. So for those parents, as well as some care managers who are interested in learning about our availability for our supervised, supportive, and independent living opportunities, I will throw my information in the chat. And I just wanted to highlight 26 residents that moved into their own apartment recently, located in Brooklyn at Vital Brookdale. And here at the Foundling, although there is a wait list for these 1-bedroom units, we're continuing to work in developing our supportive housing opportunities, because our goal is essentially for folks to be able to live on their own, work, have families and enjoy, their neighbors in their community. So again, if you have any questions or if you wish to inquire further with us and all of the opportunities available at the Foundling, I'll drop my information in the chat, and I look forward to hearing from all of you. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of the presentation from the remaining providers, because we're all here just to provide support for all of you. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much. We're going to move on. Next presenter is Open the Lid, and that'll bring us right to 11:30.
Hey, everybody. It's such a great moment to see some fabulous familiar faces and get to see some new names, etc. My name is Lydia, and I'm from Open the Lid. We are a web-based empowerment community for people with disabilities and allies. And we work with folks of all ages, but really specialize in that transition time where a lot of times people have mega services and then they're dropped into this massive abyss of not knowing what's next and where their place is in the world. So Open the Lid is this incredible community. Kind of think of it as like a community center online where everybody belongs regardless of identity or label. And we meet 5 days a week, and people can come for as few or as many of those group times as they would like. We also offer individual sessions, and that is just an opportunity to take you from where you are to where you want to be and really come up with solid plans that break down into micro steps so that it's doable, so the dreams can become a reality, hopes can become plans. So I'm just going to share the screen for a bit. My amazing right-hand woman, Zainab, shared some links in the chat already. So again, what we offer is something that came from being a special educator and working in group homes and community settings and seeing this vast need. The need is for people to have a deep sense of belonging, to make vital friendships, and see those people on a really regular basis, to have that network of support, to talk about the challenges and the highlights of the day every day, and be there for each other. One thing that is really important to mention in Open the Lid is that it's not just about your ability label, but also about accepting and making space for you as a whole person. So, whether you have Down syndrome and you live with alcoholic parents, or perhaps you're trans and autistic and trying to figure out how to navigate transitioning and employment and family dynamics, there's a place for you. You belong, and you are welcome with open arms. So again, we have classes 5 days a week. We also have caregiver Q&A. All of our caregiver support is bonus because we often qualify as a community class through self-direction funding. And so we will bill for the individual directly with the FI, and then anything extra is just on us because it's good practice. Because we believe you can't support a knee without looking at the leg, right? Like, we as individuals are part of a greater system, a greater net, and that net needs to be supported and included as well. We have, again, these daily classes, and it's pretty simple. You get a link and you click on the color of the day and you're in. So a lot of folks with or without reading skills will have this on their tablets and just be able to click that, like orange is Wednesday, and they're there with us. We have a wide variety of folks from all over New York State as well as other states, and we're actually expanding to be international as well. And this is what's so great. Somebody in the Adirondacks can experience what life is like in Manhattan just by these daily conversations and sharing experiences from wherever they are. Again, we have our live classes. Our bonuses are also these videos that we've created and workbooks that are super accessible. Folks don't have to complete the workbooks or videos, but they're there to support really specific opportunities for brainstorming and creating long-term plans and achievable short-term goals. We also offer these online classes one-on-one to anyone, regardless of your communication styles, from folks who are nonverbal and use augmented communication to folks who, are married and navigating lots of different jobs and kids and challenging connections. We also help with advocacy in meetings and supports of all kinds. Our empowerment classes for groups are as low as $14 a day. And then folks also add on individual classes. Some people even have been requesting multiple individual classes a day, and we've been able to meet those needs with incredibly trained master staff that have multiple degrees in special education, recreational therapy, occupational therapy, just phenomenal staff of many neurodivergent people with lots of experience and expertise. We also have caregiver support for folks that are just looking for help, becoming better advocates or navigating systems. These, again, can be paid for through self-direction as community classes or private pay. People also pay using health savings accounts, and we have a variety of options. We also do workshops for care management organizations and other organizations on inclusive practices and effective communication practices with families and individuals. So if you're interested in that, please connect with us. I'm gonna just share my lots of different perspectives and empowered people. I'm gonna share this information here. Feel free to reach out. You can call or text me. This is my email. And let's come up with solutions and supports for you, for your loved ones, for the organizations that support you, because we're really here to step out of the box that we're stuck in and become our full, most authentic beings in the world. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for your time, and be well, be in touch.
Thanks so much. Now we're going to hear from Quality Services for the Autism Community, QSAC.
Thank you, Andrew. Okay, great. So my name is Johnny Nunez, and I'm the intake coordinator at QSAC. We're an award-winning organization in business since 1978, and we serve the autism population in New York City and Long Island. So our Manhattan Day Hab is at 215 West 125th Street in Harlem, and the day program is for individuals 21 and over. We provide door-to-door transportation, and the staffing ratio is 2 to 1. So prior to working with the individuals, all of QSAC staff go through training, and prior to an individual getting accepted to our program, there's an intake and a trial. I'm sure you guys are all aware of this, but the intake is a meeting that we have with the families. And then if the family wants to move forward with the next step, the trial is a week-long process, and it's to see if the individual is a good fit for our service, and we provide the door-to-door transportation. An additional week may be needed for our staff to make the determination. We do not provide one-on-one supervision at this time. So if our day hab staff determines during the trial that the individual needs one-on-one, we let the family know, and we also let the care managers know. So our day hab promotes independence, community integration, individual choices, and skill acquisition, and also provides guidance and support for individuals and their families. So they go out in the community. The program is 5 days a week. They go out in the community 4 days, and they go to volunteer training sites, and then they come back to the program, work on various goals, have just general discussion, in leisure time. One of the days out of the week is recreation day, and that's the individual's choice. And it could be seasonal activities, barbecue, movies, depending on what the individuals would like. So we also offer a new program that I'm going to attach the flyers to the chat here. So if everyone gets them, please let me know. This other service that we have is called Pre-Employment Transition Services, and it's in partnership with Access VR. QSAC offers this service to eligible youth. These services provide eligible students between the ages of 14 and 21 with services intended to support the planning and successful transition from high school to adulthood. The students must be enrolled in an accredited education program, such as high school, college, or vocational training program. And these services have to be authorized by Access VR before they're delivered. In addition to that, we also offer a program called GOALS, and I attached those flyers to the chat. GOALS is an acronym, and it stands for Generating Opportunities Through Advocacy and Learning that Promotes Success, offers a student-centered approach to support a successful transition from high school to adulthood. The program is funded by philanthropic sources and does not require OPWDD or Access VR eligibility for families to participate. The program is open to youth between the ages of 16 and 26. All participants are assigned a goals advisor who supports parents and students throughout the transition process and provide post-high school follow-along services until the student is stabilized in a post-secondary goal or relevant service. Advisors offer students life and career coaching using a strength-based approach. For additional information regarding these services, you can contact nedp@cusack.com. And I also put that in the flyer as well. We also offer a high school equivalency program and a pre-high school equivalency program. So again, the contact for that email is nedp@cusack.com. And you can also call 212-244-5560, extension 2025. Now, in addition to serving Manhattan, we also serve the Bronx and Queens for adult day hab. And we offer respite and community hab services. Now, those are on a case-by-case basis because since the staffing issue is a problem, we do take them on a case-by-case basis. If families have staff that will be willing to go through CUSAC's trainings and be hired, that is a possibility. I'm the contact person for that. So I'll give you my email and my phone number now. My email address is jnunez@qsac.com. And my phone number is 718-728-8476. Extension is 1222. I've been at CUSAC for 20 years. I know it's a long time. And I work with all transition coordinators, including Andrew. And I thank you very much. If you have any other questions that I can answer, you can send me an email or you can give me a call. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for having me, Mr. Harris.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So for almost all of these services, just about all of them that we spoke about, in order to be eligible, you need to have, a person needs to have a care manager. A care manager works for one of 3 care coordination organizations that operate here in New York City. So the last 3 presentations are going to be from those 3 organizations. Coming up next is Advanced Care Alliance.
So Advanced Care Alliance is care management organization. Basically, what we provide is care management services. Care management services will help you through the eligibility process to get OPWDD eligibility. In Advanced Care Alliance, we had a clinical team that we will help you with obtaining psychological evaluations, psychosocial evaluations, as well as the medical evaluations that is the same as you send to the school. And these are very important because sometimes you can get some trouble getting them, and we can help you at Advanced Care Alliance. We also provide you admissions coordinator throughout the process of eligibility. So it will be someone that will be holding your hand throughout the eligibility process. Once the eligibility is completed, the care manager is assigned. So then you will get someone that will help you with all the services. Each one of the presenters right now had explained you what services are, and those services are offered through OPWDD. You can either receive community habilitation, respite services, family reimbursement. Your care manager will be there to help you getting those services. The care manager will also help you recertifying for Medicaid, SSI, SNAP benefits, and any other documents that you might need help, as well as helping you getting the medical appointments. We also have transition coordinators that those people help you getting the medical assistance that you need even before getting eligibility for OPWDD. The family support services that you can get through us as well is a service that is before you get eligibility, you can get that services and you can receive family reimbursement, and as well as transition coordinator services that include them getting some medical help. But basically that's what the care management services offer. If you have any questions, you can just shoot it in the chat box and we will help you. We are here to support all the persons that want to apply for eligibility for OPWDD. As well, if you already have eligibility and you're interested in care management services, you definitely can receive them through us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we are right back on schedule. Coming up next, we're going to be hearing from the second of 3 care coordination organizations in New York City, Care Design New York, or CDNY.
Hi, folks. Okay, so I know I have 7 minutes until my laptop does self-destruct. So I'm going to try to get this inside of 7 minutes. Hi, everybody. My name is Peter Coleman. Great to be here. I do outreach and engagement for Care Design New York. Very simply, folks, care management or care coordination. If you like even a small portion of the wonderful services that you've been hearing about today, in order to receive all or most of those services, if you think of those services as your Amazon cart, right? You must have a care manager in order to check those services out, in order to obtain those services. So, you know, we've heard about a lot of those services that you can obtain if you have a care manager today. But just keep in mind that care management or care coordination is the first and best service to get if you want any of these services, because you have to have a care manager before applying to a lot of the services available today. And as my friends at ACA mentioned, a care manager, it means comprehensive care management. The care manager is not just there to get you waiver services or some of the services you've heard today, but to focus on the person you support, their needs. That includes medical needs if necessary. Care manager is there, in short, to help the person you support get what they need in order to thrive in life. It's a service that I heartily recommend. There are 2 basic things you need to have a care manager. One is OPWDD eligibility. A lot of you have heard all sorts of nasty things about that. And the other thing is Medicaid. For those who don't have either or both of those things, as part of our enrollment process, we do support you there. We have enrollment specialists who will help you put together a packet for OPWDD eligibility and will submit it on behalf of the person you support. Then when OPWDD eligibility is obtained, we will assist. We have a benefits coordinator who assists in getting Medicaid. Okay, these are basically the evaluations that we will assist you in getting. You are not expected to know how to get these evaluations done on your own. So baked into our enrollment process to get a care manager, we assist you in getting a current psychological evaluation, a current psychosocial evaluation, and we'll communicate with you about what we need in terms of an annual medical physical. This is basically the trifecta of documents that we submit to OPWDD. Again, once OPWDD eligibility is obtained, we have an in-house benefits team that will assist you in getting Medicaid. Again, these are not things that we expect you to know how to do on your own. Okay, so you're not going to be on your own during the enrollment process to get a care manager. We're going to be right there with you, helping you with whatever you need. And we hope that during the process, you ask a lot of questions, because questions are good. Look, folks, you've heard about a lot about care management and a lot of services. Take it from me, this service is worth it. I'm not only a professional in this field, I have a 16-year-old boy with autism who has a care manager. I will tell you that much like the rest of you, if you've been through this process, this didn't go smoothly for me either. But my wife and I are so glad that we went through this process and got a care manager for my son, Miko, who's 16, who's now getting all sorts of wonderful services, including respite and self-direction. And he goes to a wonderful summer camp with YAI. So we're so happy that we stuck with this process and got a care manager. I'm not supposed to say this, but you're going to hear from, you already heard from ACA, you're going to hear from Tri-County after me. No matter which CCO you choose to provide your care management, I would really applaud you for going for this service and encourage you to go for this service, no matter which CCO you choose. Anyone who has any questions after this, Andrew, I don't know whether you already put my information in the chat, but there it is. And for anybody, I will put my information in the chat after this. You can take a screenshot if you like. But even if you just have any questions after today, if you're confused, feel free to reach out to me. Give me 24 to 48 to get back to you, depending on how many calls or emails I get. But I really love meeting with families and giving information and exchanging information. So I thank you all for this opportunity to give you this information today, and I hope to be hearing from you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Peter.
You're very welcome.
All right, so last but not least, we'll be hearing from the third care coordination organization, CCO, in New York, in New York City, which is Tri-County Care.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see some familiar faces, and I'm so glad to be on here today to speak with you about Tri-County Care. My name is Jessica Williamson. I am part of a large team of knowledgeable intake specialists, and I also help with outreach and giving parents information and individuals information regarding how to get a care manager. So I work on a team of intake specialists who help families through the full process of obtaining eligibility, Medicaid, and also to get their care manager. Tri-County Care is one of the three major care management organizations, and we want to help families to get all of the services that they need and deserve. So what we have here is, what we do is we help families to get through that full process. If parents are not aware of what is needed, we let them know what documents are needed. We make phone calls to clinics to help families to get their appointments for their psychological, their social histories. And some of the major clinics that we do refer out to is AHRC, All Health Diagnostic, HeartShare, LifeSpire, and YAI. Tri-County, we help families to get through the front door session. I will post the front door session link in the chat as well. Our major goals is helping families through the OPWDD eligibility process, helping families to get their level of care, apply for Medicaid, and also just get linked up to their care manager. The documents that most likely the parents will need to gather, in which our intake specialists help you to gather, is an updated medical, psychological, social history, and IEP from the school. The major thing that we do is we work as a team with the parents and with the schools or any other agencies that are doing the referral to us for care management services. So Tri-County works closely with District 75 schools, agencies, District 75 schools, agencies, developmental disability councils from Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan. We provide services in Staten Island, Long Island, upstate New York, and of course, all of the major boroughs here. We just really want to help families through the process of getting their supports that they need. What we like to do is just make sure that the parents is aware of what is needed. We have conversations, we answer questions. We are just there to help the parent and help the individual as best we can. And we love to just make sure that the parent is has the knowledge that they need to get through the process, and that they're getting through the process with as less with the least amount of stress as possible. We do just make sure that you get the information that you need. And you can always reach out to Tri-County at 844-504-8400. We do have a knowledgeable team that work together with multiple resources, and we want to just make sure that you are getting through this process as easy as possible. The turnaround time to get a care manager can be between anywhere of 3 months or more. Just the process documentation at the state level, and to make sure that we're getting the proper documentation to OPWDD. You can also email intake@tricountycare.org to send out an email to get referral, to get started. It's very easy to get started with Tri-County. Just give us a call or send us an email, and we'll open up a case for you and get you started with the documentation that you need. Also, if you are looking forward to getting the front door session completed, I can put the link inside of the chat. And I look forward to speaking with you. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask any questions, put it in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Again, my name is Jessica Williamson, Intake and Outreach Specialist at Tri-County Care. Our mission is to be committed to providing quality-driven, culturally sensitive, conflict-free management for individuals who may need it.
Thank you so much, Jessica. And thank you so much to all of our presenters today. Really appreciate your time and everything that you shared about your organizations. Also want to say thank you so much to all of our guests and everyone who attended. I know that you may have questions. You probably do. Unfortunately, we don't have a good opportunity to take questions right now. However, I encourage you to contact Andrew or myself directly. We are here to help you navigate this process. Or if you have questions about particular providers, you can also, you can contact them via the contact information that was provided today. I want to let you know that in the month of August, we are going to be inviting all of these providers that shared today to provide an organization specific, presentation, so that if you really love to hear what one organization or another had to say and you want to hear more, they're going to host their own sessions. We're going to invite them all to host their own sessions during the month, August, I said April, during the month of April. It's a lot sooner. And that's going to be a good chance for you. So we'll be distributing information about those presentations to everybody who's on our distribution list. If you want to be on that list, and if you're not, once again, we put in a plug to please put your email in the chat, and we will make sure that you are added to the list and that you're invited to all of those presentations so you can hear more about what all of these wonderful organizations have to offer. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I hope everyone has a terrific rest of the day.